Hello, I had a question about your section 1.1 homework, and here's the example. So we got cookies that are sold singly, which means just buy one cookie, or in packages of 10 or 30. And they want to know, with this type of packaging, how many ways can you buy 60 cookies? And so organizing your thoughts is the best way to handle this. There's more than one way to skin this cat, but I want to show you how I do it, just in case this method gets you where you need to be. Remember, this section is just challenging because there are so many different types of word problems. And what the book and myself are trying to do is to really get you to think outside the box and logically think through these solutions before we dig deep into all of the developmental math that you need for this course. So I know it's hard right off the bat, but just hang with it. I promise you're going to be just fine. So a way to organize one of these packaging problems really is to do a chart, okay? So what I'm going to do is just draw a table, and in my table, what I want to do is put the different ways we could package the cookies, with the largest one first. That makes things easier. So I'm going to put the package of 10 cookies first. So I'm sorry, 30 is the largest, right? 30. And then you can buy them in packs of 10, but then you can also purchase them singly. So that's the head of my table. Then I'm going to make a big table. I don't know how many of these options we're going to find, but that answers the question. Okay. So we have packages of 30, 10, and 1. Okay. Now, I find this problem difficult because even when you do this table, sometimes you miss some of the options. So if the answer is like 15, I might actually only get 14 or 13 of them. So if this shows up as a test question, please show me your work so I can give you some partial credit. Okay, so if you show me that you do this and you're only short 1, then that's worth a whole lot of partial credit. But on the test, it'll mark the whole thing wrong because it's wrong, right? But to me, there is value in getting it partially right. Now, in math, really, it is just right or wrong. But method really is important here, too. So let's think about this. If I'm going to start with the 30. I always start with the most. Now, what's the most packages of 30 we can have to get to 60 cookies? Well, as you can imagine, we could do 2 packages of 30, which we wouldn't need any packages of 10, and we wouldn't need any packages of 1. You see how I'm rolling with this? Okay, so that's one option. Okay. Now let's do it again. Now I can't do it any other way with 2 packages of 30 because we've already done that. So let's lower this down to 1 package of 30. Okay. Now if I do 1 package of 30, then I still have 30 cookies that I need to fill the order, right? So again, do the biggest amount you can do with the next number in line as well. So if I've got 1 package of 30, then I could do 3 packages of 10. That would work, right? Which would mean I don't need any singles at all. So make sure that adds to 60. So 1 package of 30 plus 3 packages of 10, that does add to 60. So that's another way we could package this situation. Okay, so we need another row. Matter of fact, bear with me a minute while I just draw a bunch of rows. I don't know how many of them I'm going to need. I may even have to scoot over to the right and work on more. But I just want to put as many as I can here and be reasonable about it. And maybe that'll fill all of our packaging, okay? So I'm going to go back to purple. Now, remember, we're trying to make the 30 the biggest we can. We did 2. There's no other way to do 2 30s. So I'm on the 130. So 1. Now, I've already done 3 packages of 10 to make 60. But now let's try 2 packages of 10. So notice I'm making my numbers start as big as possible and make them smaller. So if I got 1 package of 30 and 2 packages of 10, that's 50 cookies. You agree? So how many singles do I need? Well, I need 10 right there. Okay? No other way I can do that either, right? Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep the 1 package of 30 as big as possible. We've already exhausted every way I can do 2, but I can do more with this one package of 30. But the 2 tens can go down now to 110. Again, see what I'm doing? I'm starting as big as I possibly can within this being a 1 and working my way down. So if I have one package of 30, one package of 10, that's 40 cookies. How many singles can I sell? 20. Okay. Now, does that exhaust the one package of 30? Well, no, because I can go down one more with this 10. So how about one package of 30? And then the 10, we're going to say, is now 0 packages of 10. So how many packages of singles would that leave? Well, I've already got 30 here. I've got 30 singles I can sell. So there we go. Now notice I can't go any lower than 0 with the 10. So you know what I need to do? I need to take my 30 down 1. So now I'm going to do 0 packages of 30. Now, what's the biggest? Remember, once you change this number to the left, then you start with the biggest number you can in the next column. So how many packages of 10 would I need to make 60? Well, 6, which means I don't have any leftovers to make the 60. Is this starting to feel a little better? I hope so. Okay. It's really about organizing your thoughts here. You don't have to do it my way, but you're going to have to organize this information somehow to make sure you don't leave any options out, okay? And again, leaving out options is really the problem here with getting this right. So again, 0 packages of 30, because we think we've done every way we can possibly do packages of 30. Now, I've done 6 packages of 10. That's as big as that can get. There's no other way to do it. Now let's take this down to 5 packages of 10. So that's 50 cookies, right? How many do I have left over to sell in singles? 10 cookies left over. Well, let's do this again. 0 packages of 30. I take my 10 down to 4 packages of 10. How many cookies do I have left over if I do 4 packages of 10? Well, 4 times 10 is 40. I'm trying to sell 60 cookies, so there's 20 left over. I know you know how to finish this now, right? So how about 0 packages of 30? 3 packages of 10 cookies, that's 30 cookies. How many cookies do I have left over? 30. Okay, keep going down. 0 packages of 30. Let's go down to 2 packages of 10. That's 20 cookies. How many singles could I sell? 40. All right. 0 packages of 30. Take the 2 down to 1 package of 10. So if I only got 1 package of 10 and I'm trying to sell 60 cookies, I have 50 cookies left over. Is that it? Well, no, you could sell them all as singles, right? 0, 30, 0, 10, and then 60. Now, by my view, there are no more options. Now, that's not to say I didn't leave anything out. I hope I didn't leave anything out. But I think it feels like I've exhausted every possibility because I started with 30 being the biggest it could and stepping down the rest of them. And then I went with 1 and started stepping down the 10 as low as it'll go with these left over. And then finally 0 and 6 being the biggest it could be and then working my way down. So how many options is that? Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 options. So how many ways can you buy 60 cookies? You can buy 60 cookies 12 different ways. I hope that helps you out. There are many ways to ask this question, but it's all about packaging or grouping things together. And I think if you're struggling with this method might help you out. I hope you have a wonderful day, and always send me your homework questions when you feel super stuck. I'll be glad to do a video as long as my technology is working properly. Have a wonderful day.